how I somehow put together the jewelry for Helen from the Death Becomes Her musical. It's a journey. It's a long journey. First, I had to find a good photo of the jewelry set on Mother Jennifer Simard and crop it, basically. I had to figure out how to like white out or crop out the jewelry itself to get a really clear picture of it, and then I did an image reverse search with Google, and there was a lot of results, and almost none of them were the jewelry set that I was looking for. Many hours went into just scrolling through all these images, and I finally came across one that was similar. Ironically, it was through Walmart, but it's that third party thing where a company sells through Walmart, but it's not Walmart itself. And it's called Bling Jewelry. And I clicked on it, and I'm like, this is similar enough. And then I looked for the company's name and researched that. Finally found the actual set, the jewelry set. I can't tell you how long and how many man hours that was just to get to that point. So I finally got there, and here's what it looks like. And to that point, I was like so excited. I found it. It's the jewelry set that they bought itself from that website. However, they did not have red anymore. They discontinued it, and like I was really sad. But I was like, there's not a whole lot of the green or blue left, so I bought the green necklace. They did have the red earrings, so I bought those right away for sure. But the necklace, I was like, I don't know, and I decided I was just gonna replace the jewels, right? Like sometimes you just need the bones of the jewelry. However, those jewels, those gemstones, they don't exist. They were very specifically made out of India for these jewelry sets specifically. They are not something that I thought I could just find on a gemstone website. Even gemstone wholesalers that only sell to businesses did not have it, because I do have a business, so even like if they had it, I would have been able to buy it because I do have a business license. But they didn't even have it. And so I searched months and months and months to see if I could find the right colors and the right shape. The teardrop is extremely unique. It's a bit skinnier up here. Usually they're a bit fatter, but very specific shape. And then these little guys right here, they're a very specific shape too. I'll show you the green ones. So here's the green one. There's the green one, and I don't even know if it's, they're oval, but they're skinny oval. Oh, hello eyelash. I don't do makeup sometimes. Anyways, I also went to a local jeweler shop to get them measured to see if I can, I needed the specific size as well. Before I even started looking for gemstone replacements, I went to a jeweler's to get them measured so that I could get exactly what I needed. And even the jeweler was like, the little guys, they're very unique and very skinny, and he's never even seen anything like that before. So, let's see, what was it, 6 months? it was a long journey, about 6 months, something like that, where I just scoured the internet daily, looking to see if I can find any gemstones. And the color is very specific, ruby color. It's, the red with some pink hues to it, right? The very specific ruby colors. And I could only really find red, what is it called, cyan, if that's how you pronounce it. And so it was exhausting because I had this green jewelry set. The earrings were great, those were ready to go, but I had this green necklace, and I was really starting to give up that I'll ever find anything, until an Etsy listing showed up for a jewelry set that has the same little teardrop type of thing. And it's slightly like the earrings. They had, it's hard to show in the camera. Maybe. I don't know if you can tell at all, but the earrings were just slightly redder, and in person this one's slightly pinker. But you know what? It was the shape. It was the same manufacturer. I even emailed the Blink Jewelry to see if, do you guys have a wholesaler maybe I can contact for those gemstones? I'm willing to do whatever it takes at this point to get them replaced to the correct color. And they have responded, well, the reason why we don't sell that set is because the wholesalers don't make those specific gemstone shapes anymore, or even that color. I guess ruby is very limited. Didn't know that till this project. So even that didn't even work, because I'm like, if I have to buy, you know, a bulk wholesale of 1,000 for, you know, a bit of money, I will do that. That's what I'll do for cosplay. Don't know how I'd raise the funds, but I would do it. But even they were like, that's why we stopped selling them, is because they don't make those shapes anymore. Those specific gemstones no longer are made. So once they're gone, they're gone. But, you know, months and months and months of checking daily, hours of just scrolling through different images, and that finally showed up, that popped up. I was very excited. It also came with earrings of the exact same shape. And so that's what I was able to do. This is from one of the earrings. That's what I was able to do. Again, this took it may seem like a small process, but this all took about 6 months worth of daily checking, scouring and getting frustrated and everything. But I don't know how, but the cosplay gods smiled on me and said, you get to have the gemstones, so you can have that necklace. And then that's just for the teardrop though. I only bought that necklace set for just the teardrop. These little guys I got from a different company, including this guy right here. And they were all kind of pinker than I needed it to be, so I actually took a Sharpie, a red Sharpie, and I don't know if you can really see it, but I colored the back with a red Sharpie, so it would stay clear, it would stay opaque, but kind of give it a redder color, so it matched the earring color a lot easier. Because again, I got this from Bling, but not the necklace. So I was able to do that. The gemstones for the rest of the necklace came from A&A. I'll link it, but it's A&A Jewelry Supply, and I'll link the specific sizes that I got for that as well. So that is how I somehow sourced Helen's jewelry set, and to be quite honest, as far as I'm aware, I am the only one that has the replica of her actual jewelry set. After months and months and months and months and months of research and scouring, and a lot of talking to multiple companies and people to just try to track these down. But by the end of 6 months, and by the cosplay gods themselves, they were like, oh, here's this listing that you've been looking for these shapes, and I was able to snatch that up. It took a month to ship out because it came from India. But yeah, that's how I sourced it. It was a crazy journey, and one of the most frustrating sourcing things that I've ever had to go through with cosplay. But I will link the Bling jewelry. I do believe there is only one necklace left out of the whole thing. There's a green version that's available to get the bare bones if you want it. You can try to see if you can find another teardrop kind of jewelry set. Again, I just got the clearest photo I could and cropped it so I could image reverse. Maybe I might be able to let go of one of the ones that I have, because I want to keep a backup just in case. So, but I have one that I might be able to sell to somebody, if you feel like sourcing it. And then, yeah, and I'll put the link for A&A jewelry as well. One note about that, the only thing that I could do for the small gems was a marquee shape. It is a bit fatter than the greens, and there's like the points on the top, right? So it's a marquee shape, where these little guys are rounded at the top, and they're just very skinny. But there was like a certain size, and it worked good enough. You couldn't really tell that it wasn't the correct shape. It does a lot better than I thought it was gonna do. But oops, there was a middle jewel that I had to get to, but that's also from A&A jewelry. So that's the story. I could have been a lot more long-winded, even though this is already long-winded, because I could have gotten to the straight details of how many emails I've had to go through, and just it was a lot. Anyways, if you're interested in maybe my spare, let me know in the comments, and hopefully we get some more Helen videos out as well. Love you, bye!